Hey everybody, welcome back to Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Guys, after work today, stopped by the store, just looking for a little weekend sipper, and picked up an old friend here, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. You guys might remember, some of you who've been watching my reviews for a while now, I reviewed this one a while back. It's been over a year, and I actually went back and looked. It was review number 51, I believe. I think this one's number 138, this review here today. But I'm revisiting this one today because I was sipping on this and, I mean, just noticing a bunch of great things with this. Very good whiskey, great price. This bottle here before tax was $14.99. And went back and just took a look at my old review just to see if I was still, getting all the same stuff or, just how the palate's changed, guys. I mean, it's funny. As you drink more whiskey, I mean, I was already, I'd already called myself an experienced, whiskey drinker when I did my other review on this. But it's funny how the palate can change in short time, guys. I mean, just the more you sip on something, it's funny how something can change for better or worse. I've noticed that recently, actually, with Old Crow. Guys, for some reason, Old Crow just seems to be getting better and better for me. Every time I sip on it, it's getting better and better. I actually like it better than Jim Beam White now. Jim Beam White has a little bit of just a little bit of like a harsh kind of bitter note about it somewhere. And in Old Crow, for me, it's pretty much Jim Beam White, aged one less year. Might be a little bit different. Not sure. I think it's pretty much the same, just aged 3 years instead of 4. But anyway, I've been finding that Old Crow is getting better and better. Just all these things I can pick out, and it's funny. As you drink more whiskey, you'll notice these things as well. So I thought it was cool to revisit this Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. It's a great, reliable whiskey, and you guys know that I love Bottled and Bond whiskeys. And actually, just a little clue. My next review. One that I was thinking about doing a live review with. Won't say the name of it right now, but it was by, or the person associated with this whiskey was a big player in the Bottled and Bond Act getting passed in 1897. So there you go, guys. There's your clue. And just Bottled and Bond whiskeys are so good. Of course, Bottled and Bond being aged for 4 years, at least 4 years, at 100 proof, made by one distiller in one distilling season. And it got passed because, just whiskeys back then were just not, some of them weren't very good. People were doing some pretty gnarly stuff, putting some pretty nasty stuff in the whiskey. One sec, guys. People were putting some pretty bad stuff in the whiskey, coloring it with tobacco, all kinds of stuff. And Bottled and Bond Act just pretty much ensured that it was a solid product, made better. Nothing fishy was going on. So it's, to me, Bottled and Bond whiskeys to this day are some of the better whiskeys out there. And back to this Evan Williams here. I'll read you the bottle in a second, but this is one of my go-to sippers. I'll go back to this every now and then. I like to rotate it quite a bit, but this is one that probably sees time in my cabinet more than some others do, and it's a very good whiskey, very good bourbon. So let's see. So it says Evan Williams set up his distillery on the banks of the Ohio River in 1783 and is historically recognized as Kentucky's first distiller of bourbon. This special bottled and bond, excuse me, guys. This special bottled and bond bourbon is a genuine sour mash that honors his pioneering heritage. And let's see. It says bottled and bond status is earned only by meeting strict government standards, originally passed in 1897 to ensure quality and consistency. In accordance with these standards, this bourbon is 100 proof, aged at least 4 years, and produced at a single distillery within a single distillation season. So there you go. Yeah, distillation seasons are usually between, I believe, January and June, or July to December. So anyway, pretty cool stuff. Just look this up, and guys, this is available more and more places here in California. Hopefully, around the U.S., this is pretty readily available. If it's not, I can't understand why. This is such a great deal. Telling you, I mean, I see this anywhere from $13.99 on sale to say $17, $18 when it's not on sale. So this is a steal of a deal. I'm gonna tell you that right now before I even go back to tasting this one. It's just a solid whiskey. So let's get to the review, guys. And we got a medium amber color. It's pretty dark. Got some good barrel char, and it sticks to the glass really well. Got some good legs, guys. And it's just a nice, thick looking whiskey. Let's give it a nose. Guys, I was noticing, I think, looking back at my old review on this, I don't even think I mentioned vanilla until the comment section. I said that I noticed a slight bit of vanilla in there, but as I was sipping this today, vanilla really stands out. You get like a dessert creme brulee, vanilla pudding even type note to this. Definitely corn sweetness. It's got some good kind of caramel in there, as you would expect. Some good spice, guys. I got nutmeg on this. Nutmeg, definitely. One thing I get in this that I've gotten in a whiskey or two before, but it's pretty rare for me to nose this particular note, is like root beer or root beer candy. It's got that, I don't know, it's like I don't know if it's got to do with the bacon spice note in this as well. But just that root beer or sassafras, or not sassafras, sarsaparilla type note. It's just got a really nice nose, guys. Let's take a taste. And one thing that I'm still getting, that I got in my review before, is banana, guys. I get a good hit of fruit on the palate, mostly dark fruit, but a good hit of banana, like ripe banana. It's really good. Almost like a banana bread type thing going on there. Another new note that I'm getting in there is a little bit of a tobacco note. Just not tobacco, say fresh out of the can, or out of the can I should say, but like a fresh picked tobacco, or dried tobacco, but non-processed type tobacco. You know, it's just got a lot going on for it. Good spice, as I said, rye spice. It's got baking spice though. A good hit of cinnamon on the palate as well. And again, guys, I'm noticing more and more from different whiskeys than I used to, and I think you guys, you know, for those of you who are just starting on whiskey, you'll notice that your palate will change over time, and to some of those like me who have been drinking whiskey for a while, I think your palate will change over time as well. Maybe certain whiskeys that you didn't like in the past or you thought were just okay in the past, give them another try, because you know, it's funny just how the taste buds seem to change. Some good brown sugar in there as well. Definitely a good hit of brown sugar. Um, Related to the brown sugar, I guess, kind of a molasses thing going on. A little bit of a nuttiness. It just it's funny how many things you can pick up in certain whiskeys. And being 100 proof, bottled and bond, 100 proof or higher actually, um, I seem to get more notes. And I've mentioned this before in other reviews. You get just more character overall, in my opinion, from whiskeys up in the higher proofing. You know, just you'll notice different things, you know, every time you try something out. You know, some things are more of a one-trick pony than others, but some like this one here, it'll surprise you, and very, very good stuff. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to give this a rating. Take another sip, and then I'll give it a rating here. It's solid, guys. It's a very solid whiskey. I've been giving some pretty high ratings on these reviews lately, but this one is definitely deserving. Definitely deserving here. For the price and the quality, this one here, I'm going to give this one a 90 out of 100. Definitely well worth your money, guys. Somewhere right around 15 bucks, you know, $13.99 to, it's usually, I mean, I've never seen it over 20 bucks before. Maybe in some places it is, and to me, this here is easily $30 to $40 whiskey. You know, taste wise and quality wise, really good stuff. So find it. It would probably make for a good mixer, but this one here is great to drink on its own. Sip it neat. Add a little bit of water if you want. Take down that proofing a little bit, but me, I don't want to mess with this one. This one is perfect as is. So for me. So do whatever makes your palate happy, but definitely pick up a bottle of this if you get a chance. And that's all I got to say about this one, guys. Look forward to talking to you all soon. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Facebook as well, The Working Man's Whiskey. And also, if anybody has any idea of how to do a live review on through YouTube, please let me know. I know how to do it on Facebook, but I don't have as many of you guys on my Facebook page as I do on here, of course. So please let me know, because I'd like to reach out to you guys, talk to you guys during my review. It'd be a lot of fun for me. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Everybody have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next time. Cheers.